me walk you through this entire leg session. I first got into a 10 to 15 minute warm-up on the bike. Then I did about a 10 to 15 minute dynamic warm-up to warm up the upper body as well as my legs, as I always show you. I know you may get annoyed by this stuff, but I put it in the vlog for a reason. It's super, super important to make sure you always warm up no matter what type of session you're doing. So I got into some knee to the elbow, open up that back hip flexor, as well as the entire groin region, as well as getting into a twist, which is going to open up the upper body, specifically the mid back, the thoracic spine, which gets very, very tight if you sit a lot. Then I got into a child's pose to a groiner, excellent to open up the feet as well as the groin. Then I did some dowel up and overs, really good for the chest. Some dowel twists, really good for the spine. And then I got into more of a neural activation warm-up to really get my fast twitch fibers ticking over, really get my glutes warm as well as my feet. Then I got into a hip forward in and out. I showed you guys and girls this last vlog. Really good for the hip joint, that external and internal rotation. Really, really good to open up before any session. Then I got into some band scissor steps, same exact thing. Neural activation, really turning on those fast twitch fibers, getting ready for some explosive gym lifts, because that's the goal in the gym. We're trying to move fast like an athlete. We're not trying to move like a bodybuilder. Then we got into some hamstring sweeps. My hamstrings lately have been quite sore, so I try to do that every session. Some hip internal and external rotations, another one very good for the hip joint, those internal ranges, those external ranges, and then the final neural activation, very, very good to open up the hips, some banded hip rotations. Then I got into some lateral lunges. So as you see here, I got 2 dumbbells, I'm stepping out. This is very, very good to work on your deceleration ability as well as any cutting on the field. So as you see here, I'm stepping out and I'm trying to explode as quickly as I can, no matter what weight I'm holding, back to the start. So depending on your mobility is how far you're going to be lunging out. But most importantly is to try to be explosive no matter what weight you're using. Then I did some pistols to the bench. So as you see here, holding a weight, dropping my butt back, hitting that bench. As soon as I hit the bench, I'm trying to be as explosive as possible on the way up. This is excellent for the quad, the hamstring, the glute, as well as the entire stability of that leg. Very, very important for any footballer. I'm sure you've been told this many times by many strength and conditioning coaches. Football is played mostly on one leg due to the jumping, the cutting, the shooting, all the explosive action, so it's important to train like that. Then I got into a plate front squat, which is very, very good for the stability of the anterior chain, so that core, the front part of the body, as well as obviously working the legs. Then I grabbed a lighter dumbbell and I just wanted to finish off that last set, trying to be as explosive as possible. But as you saw, there's a good amount of volume in this session. So I was trying to be as explosive as possible. Your goal is to move the weight fast. Your intent with any weight is to move as fast as you can, no matter what weight you're holding. I really love these plate front squats, really good for your mobility as well as your strength. What's good, homies? How we doing? Session done. Little activation, getting the legs and the body ready for the week. Gonna take a shower now, get some quick to eat, and then I'm gonna see my boy Thibaut Molinari. Showed you a session of him before. Gonna go to him one more time. One of the best, maybe the best individual trainer in Stockholm, in Sweden actually. So if you are Swedish, go see him, let him know you know me, and yeah, let's get this day. Oh, my usual, I don't change, protein oats, banana, a little bit of kvarg. Gonna have this and then go train. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So of course I got warm for the session for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then Thibaut grabbed a hurdle and we're just working on some quick feet, getting over that hurdle and lacing that ball back. Then we get into a double lace volley. I think I've spoken with you guys and girls about this before. This type of stuff is excellent for your first touch, of course, out of the air, as well as your passing and striking of the ball. The reason being that it's good for your striking and passing of the ball is because you're working on the same exact technique. When you play an inside the foot pass, Your leg is at about 90 degrees. Your sole is parallel to the ground, and your foot is nice and locked, which is the same exact technique that you're going to use to play a ball with pace with the inside part of your foot. Then we got out a second hurdle, went into a shuffle, plus a thigh, plus a lace volley. So with this, I always like to talk about when you take that touch with your thigh, I want you to just cushion that ball like it's a pillow. So you're cushioning that ball, keeping your leg at the same height and letting the ball drop. As that ball is dropping, you're lacing the ball back. Then we got another hurdle out, but we placed it behind me. So I'm shuffling over, dropping back, and then coming over again. This is excellent to work on overall body control as well as coordination while adding some technical elements in there. We then got a mannequin out, and we're getting into the passing and first touch part of the session, as well as some awareness and checking. So as you see here, what I'm doing is checking in front of the mannequin, playing it with the front foot, and then again with that front foot, I'm taking that ball, swiping it across with a first touch, and then playing it with the back leg. So the goal is to get in front of that mannequin. Thibaut wanted me to put some contact onto that mannequin, but I'm not sure if that mannequin hits the gym. I don't know if they're on a Rick Fit program, so I don't know if I could give it so much contact. But yeah, using that back foot, trying to take a positive first touch and play the ball back with pace. Then we went into the same exact thing, but an open the body touch. And as you see here, every time I release a pass, I'm trying to look behind me for the color. As soon as I look behind me, I'm screaming out the color to Thibaut, which is excellent for overall awareness. And it's going to help me in the game because as a center midfielder, your goal is to look for space, look for your teammates, and look for pressure. Your goal is to play the ball, obviously, as quickly possible forward, but your other goal is to keep possession for your team, as well as trying to connect the back line and the front line. Obviously, your goal is to go forward as much as possible, break lines, get your teammates into the right pockets with good passes, but you also want to keep possession. So it's an even balance. Obviously, balance is very hard to achieve, but sometimes you have to play side to side, sometimes you have to play backwards and get that ball out of a pressure situation. So this awareness stuff, as well as the first touch stuff, is excellent to obviously work on my body shape with a proper first touch, and then looking behind me to simulate some type of game situation so I can get my head on a swivel as much as possible, and the goal is obviously to make that a habit. So I'm just trying to get as many clean touches as possible and always play the ball in with pace. So the next progression of the drill is an open up plus a turn. So once again, getting in front of the mannequin as quickly as possible, playing it with that back foot, and then again with the back foot on a half turn, I'm opening up, taking a forward touch in the forward direction, turning back, playing the ball back, coming back slowly to the mannequin. That's key, coming back slowly to the mannequin, and then being as explosive as possible, making it as game realistic as possible with my check into the ball.
Good. On forward from that. So take a little bit more offensive. Forward, good touch.
So now we're increasing the number of passes as well as making the awareness even more challenging. So now I have to call out both colors and numbers. So you don't see the iPad, I don't think. So it's either a red, yellow, or blue. Red is 1, yellow is 2, blue is 3. and depending on that color, I am taking a touch or playing a one-touch ball back. So if it's red, I'm playing a one-touch ball back. If it's yellow or blue, I am taking a touch inside or taking a touch in the forward direction and then turning back like the exercise before.
Good. There you go. Okay, forward. Good. Love it. Have it. Yes. One. Yes, good. That's one. Ah! Good. One. Yellow. Yes, good. One more. We have it.
So for the last drill of the day, we just finished off with a long ball. I take a touch and then I shoot. As I explained in a video prior, this is a position that you're going to find yourself in as a midfielder pretty often. The ball is either going to be played back to you from an outside back, or the ball is coming back to you if you track the play. So if you're tracking the play, the ball gets played back out by one of the opposing defenders, you take a shot, and then you're looking to score a goal. So we're working on both feet here. As you see, Thibaut's playing me an excellent ball, top class long balls. I'm taking a nice touch, trying to prepare my shot, and then trying to play that ball into a corner. As you see, most of my shots tend to be more finesse, so I'm trying to play that ball on the ground instead of in the air. I've had many trainers tell me, many coaches, that one of the hardest shots to save is on the ground. Keepers can easily save a ball that's more in the air, unless, of course, it's in the top 90 or a decent strike like that with some pace. But honestly, I like to try to play the ball on the ground as much as possible into the lower corners.
Fix this haircut, bro.
Alright guys, let's thank Thibaut for the session. Thank you. Let him introduce himself. My boy Thibaut Molinari, best individual trainer in Sweden. Take it away.
Thank you, Rick. Yeah, my name is Thibaut Molinari. I'm from France, living currently in Sweden. Working full-time as an individual coach. Coaching player in the top league here in Sweden, down to youth players. Doesn't matter the ambition, just want to get better, and that's my drive. I want to develop players, football players, individually, mentally, physically, tactically, and technically. And yeah, that's my job.
Thank you. So tell them where to follow you, message you if they have any questions or want to come train with you.
For sure. You can follow me on M Football School, MFS on Instagram, and feel free to just follow, ask questions, contact me.
I'll put his link in the description. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
There he is. Best individual trainer in Sweden. Go get it!
Top session.
enjoyed the video so far. I'm sorry about the current lighting. That's one of the problems with constantly traveling. You don't always have the same exact lighting. So excuse me for that, but I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm gonna steal a little bit from Become Elite, Matt Sheldon. I wanna start doing a continuous Q&A, so please drop any questions you may have in the comments, and I will answer your question in the next video. I think it's an excellent idea, great way to do things. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, please drop a like, please hit that subscribe button, and please let your friends, your family, your teammates know about my YouTube channel. I'm really trying to post 2 videos a week. You guys see that, really trying to be consistent on the channel, really trying to grow this worldwide community, because I think YouTube is a really, really great place. It's a great place for you to go in depth with me, learn more about my life, learn more about how I am day to day behind the scenes. Have a great rest of the day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Deuces.